What's up, Mafia fam? We're back at it again. But today is a special little edition because I'm showing you guys a little bit of first day of prep. First off, I'm prepped by Cash Guidry. And no, we are not related as everybody assumes that we are. But we are both fellow Louisiana people. Was grateful enough to be able to link up with him a few years ago, right before I first started competing. And man, this is the first day of prep, like I just said, and we're working towards my first and only ever national show. Now, like I said, I've been competing for 3 years already. I've been nationally qualified since the first year that I competed, but I'm the type of person, I don't want to do something if I know I'm not ready for it yet. So I've just been putting in the grind and that sweat equity over the last couple of years, trying to build up a quality physique that would step up on a national stage and be able to compete at that level, not just to place top 10 or first call odds to win the show. So I'm very happy with where we're at right now at our starting point. Like I said, this is the first day of prep, so I'm about to show you guys a little bit of what I'm going to be eating throughout the prep, and it will change as we get closer into the show, but for the most part it stays the same, man. And that's one thing I want to be able to reiterate to y'all is, if you're wanting to do this sport, you have to be willing to do the same things constantly over and over and over again, and each time you come back to it, get a little bit better, you know. And there's days that you may get burnt out on it, and yeah, you want to be able to have that pizza, you want to be able to have those wings or that Mexican food or that sushi, whatever it may be. But in your head, you have to remember that you have that one goal in mind, and if you're competing, you're trying to get that first place. So for me, every day I wake up, and every decision that I make is going to dictate my future, you know. So we have to be very mindful of the actions that we take, you know. Some people love to make excuses when they get on prep, and it can go as far as they might have kids, you know, they might have a crazy 40-hour week job, maybe even more than that, you know. But that's something that you have to think about before you even ever start, because with this sport, no excuses are going to get you results, okay? That's one thing I will always say: no results, no excuses, okay? But for the most part, as long as you just show up and just keep putting in that constant grind, man, you'll see some great results. But just remember that nothing's going to ever happen overnight, okay, guys? Never. So I want you guys to follow me on this journey to my first national show. We're trying to get that pro card on the first go around. We have a bunch of big goals set out for this show, and even after that. And man, I just want to tell you guys, I appreciate you guys' support with Fitness Mafia and how much you guys back me and believe in me. And honestly, man, if it wasn't for y'all support and belief, I probably still wouldn't even be doing this right now. And most people kind of think it's a waste of time, and they kind of wonder why you do this or why you do that. But this is my passion, man. I've been training for quite a while, as far as like personal training clients. I've been working out for myself now for almost 10 years now. So it's been instilled in me, fitness, from a young age, you know, always being active. And fitness goes beyond just the gym. Fitness could be if you going swimming, you going to the mountains, and you're hiking, going to take a bike ride, whatever, you know. Fitness is just walking around playing with your grandkids, you know. So the quality of life that we have is going to be determined on the actions that we take today, okay? So make sure that what you're doing now is going to benefit you later down the line in life, you know. Diet isn't always rainbows and fairy tales, okay? I'm gonna just go ahead and tell you that now. But you know what keeps me going is knowing that if I keep doing this, I'm going to be better down the line, okay? So don't do things that are going to make you be farther away from your goals 1 year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, okay? Every day we have to wake up and we have to attack those goals with no excuses. So y'all take a ride with me and let's go, Mafia. I was going to show you what we have for some side items. Here we have some sweet potatoes chopped up. We're going to mash them. make some mashed sweet potatoes. And while we're doing all this, got some chicken cooked already because I'm behind a meal. But besides this, we're gonna have some jasmine rice, and then also we're gonna have oats in the morning, and then the other carb source is gonna be red potatoes. So like I said, it's real simple, and it'll change as we get closer to the show, but for now, it pretty much just always stays the same until we're hitting a little plateau. And normally, honestly, once we hit a plateau, we normally add food into the diet so we can help speed up that metabolism. All right, guys, so look, as you can see, we just got the chicken off the grill. And look, I want y'all to see how tender it comes off from the grill. Like, look at that meat. It's nice little slices, and I'll chop it up into little pieces for all the meals. And also, this is what we use for most of all of the meats that we always cook. And now we're about to go grill and chill with the steak. Yes, I love it. But seriously though, guys, if y'all aren't meal prepping and you're sitting there trying to just do it every day, eventually you're not gonna meal prep at all. So meal prep for at least 3 to 4 days. I try to do mine on Wednesdays and Sundays. I know today is Tuesday, but it's the first day of prep, so I couldn't help it. But any other day, it's gonna be Wednesdays and Sundays. It gives me just enough time to be able to get through my meals. And I don't like doing 7 days, because then towards the last 3 or 4 days, the food's nasty. It doesn't taste right. The tenderness is gone. So this is the best way for me. And this might not be good for you. You might like it every 7 days, but find out what you like, what works best for you, and stay consistent with it, okay? So y'all wait for the steaks. Let's go. Oh yeah. So as you can see, we done drained them and about to strain them. But now seriously, we're gonna mash these bad boys up and have some good old mashed sweet potatoes, baby. Let's go. If y'all ain't never done this, you better try it. It's gonna save your life, might make you wanna slap your bad boys. They're gonna come out perfect. But look how I do my steaks as well. I don't cook it all the way through to how I would normally eat it, like if I was eating it today. So I leave it a little bit more rare. And I like mine like medium well, like a little bit of red in the middle. So I'll leave it a little bit more rare on the rare side. So for, like I said, I'm cooking for 3 to 4 days. So as I get to the 3rd and 4th day, if I cooked it how I wanted it on the first day, well, it'll be too overcooked by the time I reheat it back up. So a good tip for me to be able to keep it fresh, I cook it a little bit more on the rare side. So down the road, I can heat it up and it's gonna taste just as good as I cooked it on the first day, okay? And boom, this is the rice. Comes out perfect every single time. You got the rice, like so we got the chicken, the steaks on the grill now. And look, a little tip for the rice, make sure whether you're doing 1 scoop or 2 scoops, if it's 1 scoop, put 1.5 cups of water. If it's 2 scoops of rice, you put 3 cups of water. But my secret is, whenever I'm cooking my rice, boom, I let it cook for 15 to 20 minutes, and that's when it's on simmer at that point. But then once you finish and the timer goes off, push it over to the side, but do not take the top off. A lot of people always get hard rice, or the rice gets really stuck at the bottom. If you leave the top on, and once you push it over to the side for like 5 to 10 minutes, it's gonna make it moisten at the bottom and come up and unstick, okay? And it's gonna be some of the best rice you've ever had. So don't ever go over 15 to 20 minutes when you're cooking rice, and just trust that whenever you're done, that it's gonna be good. Because if you take the top off, it's gonna ruin it, okay? So try that out. Let me know what you think. Mafia out. Ooh, look at them bad boys. Oh yeah. Cooked them for maybe 10, 12 minutes. I flip mine every 2 minutes on each side, and it helps me keep a perfect consistency as it cooks throughout the steak. And this has been the best way that I've learned to cook them throughout my time grilling steaks. So I mean, everybody has their own way of doing things, but this is personally my. Also guys, one of the most important things when prepping, especially if you have a coach, is making sure you're keeping accountable to your meals and not cheating. And if you do cheat, you have to be honest and transparent with your coach, because if he thinks that you're eating everything that is on the plan but you're not seeing results, well, he's going to think what his plan is wrong. But in actuality, you're wrong because you've been cheating, you've been straying off your diet. So you have to let them know when you stray off so they can fix and adjust things accordingly so you can still be moving on the straight path to reaching your goals, okay? Because I know so many people who they'll cheat and boom, next thing you know, they'll tell people that they've been on their diet. But one thing I will tell you about the gym and dieting, results, they don't lie, okay? If you're doing what's necessary, if you're hitting your cardio, if you're hitting your workouts, if you're doing the right diet long enough, you're gonna see results. So if you're not seeing results, it's not the plan, it's you, okay? So one thing you have to do is hold yourself accountable and have a good enough mindset to know, hey, I'm not supposed to have that, you know? And for me, what helps me get through things is I wanna win. And you know, and somebody else out there wants to beat me way more than I wanna beat them, okay? In their head. But I wanna win so bad. I'm gonna do everything possible that I can do to make that dream come true, okay? So if you're making excuses, somebody else. All right, guys, so we just finished wrapping up, cooking all the food for the meal prep. Appreciate you guys keeping up with the Mafia madness. And I'm gonna try to film a lot more content going into the show and have the Road to Pro series up for you guys and get some day in the life videos, just kind of see what we do on an everyday basis inside and outside of the gym. Because one thing I can't stress most importantly is that the gym is great and you can be killing that, you can be killing your cardio, but if you're not killing your meal prep, you're gonna kill your results, okay, immediately. I don't know how many people try to out-train a bad diet, and a bad diet doesn't always mean eating bad. It could mean just a lack of getting the right amount of food that your body needs to be able to build quality muscle and to be able to repair and to be able to just give you energy just throughout the day, you know, because a lot of people tend to undereat. And whether you're trying to gain weight or we're trying to lose weight, 9 times out of 10, the problem is always not eating enough. You know, for me, I'm a hard gainer, so if I'm not getting my meals in, I'm not going to gain weight and I'll lose weight pretty quick, you know, and some of it could be water weight here and there, but I can lose a lot of muscle really fast, okay? So for the most part, for people that are trying to gain weight, boom, they might be eating once or twice a day and they're noticing themselves gaining weight or staying at a plateau. Well, add more food into your diet, more nutrient dense foods, and watch your results flourish. Man, I can't stress that enough. Diet is key. And when you add a great diet with a great workout routine, you get great results, okay? So I always tell people you have to have a diet that matches your goal and you have to have a workout routine that matches your goal as well. Because some people just go in the gym and they'll see somebody else that they want to look like and they'll just start following their plan. Well, following their plan doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get their results, okay? So you have to find something that works specifically for you, and what works for me might not work for you, and vice versa, okay? So you have to take the time, just like with foods. You're not gonna know automatically what foods process through your body the best, which ones are gonna help you get the best results. So that's something that you're gonna have to find small details and keep track of. And that's one thing that we do when we're on prep. I have to make sure, man, how'd this meal make me feel? How'd that meal make me feel? And if you have stuff that makes you feel bad, you need to exit those out. And we're trying to find the meals that are gonna give us good balance, good energy, and ultimately good results, okay? So we're about to finish eating this meal though, and then we're gonna head to the gym for some back day and Mafia out, baby.